Hey, welcome back. As you have noticed throughout the course, we have been doing two main things, which is adding new features and then improving the user experience. So these are two phases that you have to go through over the life cycle, the development life cycle of your program. And in this video, we will be improving the user experience again. What exactly we'll be doing is this. So let's say the user is adding new to-dos in our to-do list, and they show the to-dos and they want to edit something. But in order to say what they want to edit, they have to count currently 1, 2, 3, and maybe they decide on number 3, so they enter 3 there. So we want to make this experience flawless. We want to show numbers in front of each to-do so that the user can simply look at the number and then write the number there so they don't have to count. How do we do that? Well, we have to look at where we are printing out those items, which is in here. So we produce that list using this for loop. The for loop goes over to to-dos and prints out each item. Now, the solution to show numbers in front is the enumerate function. Let me demonstrate you what enumerate is. So let's say we have the to-dos list currently, which is, let's say, clean, throw, and do. That's a list we have at this point. So we have that list in here. We want to show that. So currently what we do is for item in to-dos, print item. Right? We execute and we get the list. Now what we want to do is we want to go back in here and say enumerate, which is a function, and this function gets as input a list. So the list goes as the input of the enumerate function, and the enumerate function now makes available not only the items of the list but also the indices of that list. So we're going to get two elements from here. Therefore we need two variables for I or index. For index an item in enumerate to-dos print item. And we also print index. So index and item. Go down here, press enter, and this is what we get. So what happened is that we print out the index in the first iteration and also the item. So in the first iteration, the for loop goes and gets clean and its index 0. So it stores clean in the item variable and 0 in the index variable. Therefore, in here we print out 0 and clean. It does the same for the other indexes and other items. So let's go back to our code now and implement the same enumerate function. So for index item in enumerate to-dos, print index item. If you want, you can also add a third argument in between here, which could be a string, single quotes, should be enough, dot perhaps, or a dash, whatever you like, and let's see what we will get. So run, stop and rerun, add throw, add do, show. Yeah, that's what we get. So it's looking better, not ideal though. I would prefer not to have these spaces, or at least the space between the dash and throw. So how can we change the format of this text? How can we remove that space? Here we don't seem to have any spaces. So we don't have much control over this string when we use this print function. But we can get control over that if we use f-strings. F-strings is something we're going to be using in the next video, so I'll talk to you there.